Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are about to go live. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we got a big week of pre-orders going up this week from Games Workshop. We have the queue in place, at least about to get started, for the new Kill Team Hivestorm set, as well as a lot of the Kill Team cards, the reboxings of the Kill Teams themselves. And I know there is a lot of excitement behind this new edition. I personally am definitely looking forward to it. Can't wait to get my hands on the new Hivestorm box, jump into the new edition, see the new terrain. Both of the new kill teams are absolutely phenomenal models. And overall, I gotta say, this is a pretty exciting event. Now, I have noticed that a little bit of the excitement from the community is starting to fade. There's definitely been some negative ideas from Games Workshop as far as paywalling the new cards and digital app. But the idea that all of the rules are going to be free, that the actual kill team rules are going to be free, and that they're all coming out with an index on launch is pretty awesome. So here we are in the queue. Let's see how long this bad boy takes. I don't expect this is going to be like extremely long or anything like that. I think in general, Games Workshop on big releases likes to put the queue in place just to make sure that there is a fair distribution of the product. I also think that they use it in some cases to create like a little bit of FOMO, as they have a little bit of a misunderstanding as to how popular something's going to be. But obviously they don't release the actual numbers for how many units of a certain product they're going to be releasing or anything like that. But keep in mind, with things like Leviathan, they sold out very quickly and we had the queue in place. And obviously I expected that to be an extremely popular release and sell out relatively quickly. But that is for Games Workshop's flagship game, Warhammer 40k. And then obviously with something like Age of Sigmar 3.0, I was very clear that I did not think it was going to sell out and that it wasn't going to be nearly as popular as Games Workshop estimated, or it was going to be massively overproduced relative to the demand. And obviously that also was the case with Skaven Tide. So that being said, in the past, just based on what we've seen from Games Workshop, whenever they have released one of these big box sets for Kill Team, whether it's a launch edition box for a new edition of the game, or if it's just like a new season big box or starter set, these things have sold relatively well, but we have not seen them selling out, not even close. As a matter of fact, many of the boxes Games Workshop has produced in the past, with the exception of the actual expansion sets, have been massively overproduced and been available at a huge discount shortly after launch, as they were just ready to liquidate the inventory and clear out those warehouses. This was the case with Gallowdark. We also saw that previously with some of the other big boxes from them, like Chalnath and some of the others, where they were on sale for a massive discount shortly after. And it does look like we have made it through the queue pretty quickly here. It has taken about 2 minutes to get through the queue, so that tells you essentially that I was right. Because obviously if the queue system is in place, Games Workshop is expecting a ton of demand. If we get through the queue system in 2 minutes, it's very clear that the demand is not nearly what's necessary for a queue, because that means there's just not a lot of people waiting to get in line. So does Games Workshop use the queue system to create FOMO, or just to make sure that everybody gets what they want? Probably a little bit of both. So that being said, we have made it through. Let's take a look at what we've got on this week's pre-orders. So we have the new Kill Team Hivestorm box, $230 for that. If you order direct from Games Workshop, you're going to get access to the new bases with the wound marker turn dials on them. Pretty cool little addition. Nice incentive to purchase at full price directly from Games Workshop. But for the most part, you can pick this up on the secondhand market or through an online retailer for about 15% off. So the real question is, are those tokens worth the $34.50 plus tax that Games Workshop charges over what you could pick up a box like this for? And obviously that's up to you. I do expect that they're going to be selling these wound marker bases in the future, as honestly I think it's a great idea and well overdue. So here's the actual Hivestorm box. We did an individual breakdown of the value inside, and based on my estimates is about $450 or so of product in this box set at Games Workshop typical MSRP value. We won't know exactly until the individual components are released in a couple of months, but overall I think this is a great box. These launch boxes tend to be some of the best deals Games Workshop releases, and this one comes in at about a 50% discount over picking up all of the individual components. So first we have the Tempestus Scions, the Aquilans Kill Team. Very, very cool models right here. Definitely a big fan. Some nice dynamic poses as they have their jump jets, and then also the addition of their little sentry as well. Then we have the Vespid Stingwings. Again, absolutely beautiful models. These totally blow out the old Vespid Stingwings. Massive glow up for these bad boys, and I am a huge fan of these models. I think they're going to be super good, super popular, and overall these are nice models to have in 40k. Great action monkeys for those Tau players out there. And I would expect a lot of people are going to be after them. And because they're box locked, I think definitely people are going to be demanding these on the secondhand market. Here we have the new terrain set. So with the exception of these 2 large pieces here and then 2 smaller pieces of scatter terrain, which were previously available in the 40K starter set, everything else here is brand new. I'm definitely a big fan of this stuff right here. We do see something a little bit different, a combination of like the Sector Mechanicus and Sector Imperialis type design, which is definitely cool as it allows you to put a lot of your terrain together and make it look like a full table matches. We also see an interesting little setup right here that we don't typically see from Games Workshop, where we have a full ruined sort of like base level. Now, typically when Games Workshop puts out these sets, there's some kind of break in the actual terrain right here, so you could pull in like a tank, a walker, something like that. So it is definitely interesting to see them releasing what amounts to like a full wall. Now, I don't know if that is specifically designed for Kill Team, if it's intentional to be used in 40K, where essentially walkers, mounted units, things like that, have no ability to actually enter into this terrain. But definitely an interesting change, and always nice to see something a little different from Games Workshop. Next, we have the equipment pack, which is included. We see a couple of ladders, the measuring devices, some of the typical style barricades, and then also some new style barricades, including barbed wire, some comms devices, the ladders before they are expanded or like the collapse version, and then of course a bunch of grenades, including some that are deployed. Very cool little knickknack additions to the game. So overall, really nice set right here. I definitely got one of these bad boys on the way, and I'm looking forward to the new rules, the new edition, and jumping into Kill Team with a fresh start. But we got lots of other Kill Team stuff coming out today, so let's take a look at that. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch, and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. Alright, so we got quite a few reboxings of some existing kill teams, and then the release of some kill teams that were otherwise not available individually for sale. The kill teams range in price from $65 to $85. Each one includes your typical models for the kill team, and then also some token sheets as well. So the Kill Team Brood Brothers is kind of unique in the sense that it's actually missing some of the stuff that was released in the expansion set for the Brood Brothers or Gene Stealer Cult. So this one's very interesting in the sense that you actually don't get enough models in this set to play a full kill team. Now obviously the rules may have changed, but the previous release that included the HQ pack is missing from this set. So definitely glad to see this one on the $65 price point, but definitely a substantially worse deal than some of the others that have everything right out of the box. And part of what made this Brood Brothers kill team so good was the addition of the 4 characters that came in that pack. Moving on from there, we have the Kill Team core book. So this is the new core book. This is the hardback version. The softcover version is included in the Hivestorm set. And depending on what your preference is, if you like the hardback, maybe you just want to pick that up. Or if you're just looking for the actual rules themselves and a good deal, obviously the Hivestorm box is really nice. At $60 for the core book compared to the $230 for the box set and everything else that's included. I think anybody that's after the rule book is probably going to jump on the Hivestorm set because there's so much cool stuff packed into this box. Next we have the Blooded Kill Team, including the Traitor Commissar and Slave Ogren. And then moving on from there, we have the Eldar Corsair Void Scarred, Space Elf Pirates. Next we have the Ork Kommandos, really nice box set here. Definitely one of my favorite teams. And then we see the Nemesis Claw. So first release for these bad boys, and that is the Chaos Legionnaires kit with the new Night Lords upgrade frame. And I do expect this one is going to be extremely popular as people have been clamoring for this set since it was released. And the models inside are absolutely amazing. And then next we have our kill team Mandrakes, the Drukhari kill team. And again, these models are absolutely awesome. And again, very, very good in 40K. Massive glow up over the old Mandrakes that were available originally in metal and then in resin. And this new plastic kit is out of this world. So again, another popular one, $80 for them. And then next we have the Hernkin Jaegers. Again, very good in Warhammer 40K. A fun new team, lots of character. Definitely a big fan of the Votann stuff. $65 for those. And then of course we see the Kill Team Scout Squad as well. So you get 2 full Scout Squads in this set for 40K, or 1 full team for Kill Team. You get your tokens and all that good stuff for $80. And then from there, we have all of the Kill Team cards, $33.50 a pack. They are going to include a code for the digital app. And I do expect quite a few of these are going to be relatively popular. Although I personally will just be printing off my own cards, throwing them in some black back sleeves, and rocking out the like 5-cent version rather than spending the big bucks on these bad boys to get access to the app and the actual official cards from Games Workshop. And then next we see the Killzone Bheta-Decima set, $125 for that. It's a nice new release for the Killzone Bheta-Decima. Definitely some nice terrain in this pack. Cool game board, and I've been a big fan of this terrain set. And also it's a cool little environment to play your kill team games on. Really taking advantage of some of the like various hazardous rules, making for an overall dangerous kill zone. And then of course taking advantage of some of the various things like elevation that we don't see present in things like Gallowdark. And then speaking of Gallowdark, we have the release of the Gallowdark set, $125 for that, and that's going to be your indoor setting. It is a 2-dimensional setting, but utilizes things like doors and breaching walls. Lots of other cool rules as well, and definitely gives you those spaceship vibes if you're looking for a different environment to play on. I really like that Games Workshop is leaning in on the indoor, the more typical setting, and then of course the elevation as well, giving us some real options to have fun with Kill Team in the new edition. And then next we have the Kill Team pack right here, the equipment individually, $45 for those. And again, with the rulebook and the Kill Team equipment pack, if you were to just pick up those 2 items, that's $105 right there. We know the terrain set's priced at $125. So that is $230 plus 2 kill teams and all the other stuff included. So again, great deal picking up the new Hivestorm box. And then we have the new bases with the wound markers built in that you'll get included for free if you order directly from Games Workshop. Or if you go through a Games Workshop retailer, you're going to get access to the wound markers. I'm definitely after a set of those myself, as I absolutely love those style game aids that are actually useful. And then of course we see last week's Twice Dead King Necron collection. Very popular right here. I was definitely expecting that to sell quickly. $170, and that was gone pretty fast in the United States. And then just kind of finishing off right here, we have some Tommy plushie toys, the Purple Sun plush, the Servo Skull plush, the Ripper plush, the Sassy Nurgling plush, and then of course the Watcher in the Dark plush. So some cool little things out there for people after these plushie toys with the Games Workshop officially licensed merch. So definitely a big week from Games Workshop. Super excited for the new edition and Hivestorm. Definitely a big fan of all the stuff being released, including the individual kill teams like the Mandrakes and the Nemesis Claw Night Lords. But I'm not surprised to see that the queue was gone really quickly, and that once again Games Workshop has had some trouble estimating the actual demand for this set. I do think Kill Team is going to be popular. It is one of Games Workshop's more popular games, or the most popular skirmish game. But that being said, I have seen a lot of the excitement fade with this set once people saw the prices. I do think the Hivestorm price is right in line with what I expected, but the addition of the tokens and then the prices getting bumped on the individual kill teams, and then also the cards being sold separately, has definitely made a couple people a little bit salty and killed some of the excitement, much like what we've seen in the past with Necromunda. So all that being said, does Games Workshop use the queue to create extra FOMO? Are they just really having trouble estimating the actual demand of these products? Only they really know, but I do suspect that part of the FOMO is generated from the queue. I think there's a lot of excitement behind Hivestorm, but I've definitely noticed that over the last few weeks that Games Workshop has been kind of hyping up Hivestorm and the new edition of Kill Team. A lot of the excitement from the community has faded. A lot of the local excitement faded once people saw the prices on the card packs and some of the actual kill teams themselves. But let me know down below what you think. Are you going to be picking up the new Hivestorm game? Are you after some of these individual kill teams like the Nemesis Claw or the Mandrakes? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products. And make sure to tell them that Warhammer Man sent you. And for everybody that used the link down below to purchase from CMO Games, special thanks to you guys for supporting the people that support me. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.